Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. This is Blue Devin-Foxy Remastered speaking. And before this video can begin here, exactly, is I want to let you guys know is please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. So, into this question, by the way, I did actually had a remembering question back in the hotel when I was watching just Nicktoons exactly. I was watching Nicktoons in the hotel exactly when I was watching it. It was like a non-stop SpongeBob episodes like every single day. So I'm just about to kind of tell you guys about this new video. I actually was going to say that I was pretty much going to make my answer and see what I thought exactly. And what was my answer, I may say? The answer is I think the Nicktoons was pretty good and it was pretty wholesome. Now, before anybody starts asking by saying is like, oh, why does Nicktoons have more new SpongeBob episodes and non-SpongeBob stuff every day? Well, you may ask me this question is why. The answer is why did I think that most of all of them were good. The reason I think they were all good, by the way, was because I think it was a pretty interesting fact about Nicktoons exactly that Nicktoons was continuing to have have non-SpongeBob stuff every single day, like it was non-stop, like the entire thing was all SpongeBob from day, afternoon, and night. Like it's the same repeat the whole time, like a repeated cycle. Like it's a good thing, by the way, that I think it was pretty interesting that I like the fact when they were like making new SpongeBob stuff or same SpongeBob stuff back in the 19s and back in the 2000s. At this point, it just gets so interesting to the fact where I think it was pretty funny and think it was pretty interesting when I was back in the hotel. For example, before I even moved to the rental house, like this is just a theory I want to cover a little bit and just say how it is. Hold on a minute, I had to flip the camera for a minute. Don't worry, folks, I had to flip the camera, so don't worry about it. I had to flip the camera. Anyway, speaking what I was mentioning about otherwise, is that I was going to mention anyway, was that I think the only reason I think it was so interesting was because I like the fact when, like, there's like no movies not being available. I mean, some movies are going to be available and some others are not going to kind of consider being available sometimes. It just depends on some of them are good. If some of them are available for what I like exactly. So that is probably my reason why that in fact I was actually liking all SpongeBob episodes every single day. Like it does continue every single day exactly. Like it does continue to do that every single day. Like just want to let you guys know again anyways that I think the whole reason I find it so interesting, man, was because I like the fact when Nicktoons continues like the whole like every single SpongeBob episodes nonstop by day, by afternoon, and night. Like it continues repeatedly in a cycle. Like, dude, it actually repeats the whole cycle. Like, I find it so logically interesting. I find it so interesting and logically interesting. The fact that I think it was like the next thing it was going was just like, dude, that is like so really interesting, dude. Like, seriously, it's like a whole marathon. Like, I could watch a whole marathon out of it. And yeah, I actually did state my word that I probably would love to watch all of that. I totally would consider watching all of that. But the main question is that, however, on most of the stuff would probably be recorded on TV exactly if there were like new stuff going on. Like, for instance, like new cartoons are going on, then that's probably a thing that I might have to probably record on my TV anyway. So that way I just don't miss out most of that before even more SpongeBob episode marathons keep continuing on and piling on a little bit by the fact on each single part of the guide would make more sense to kind of notify that question. So that is my reason and that is my fact by saying is like, dude, I would love to relive to watch all the episodes from the 19s and of course the 2000s, the 2010s and 2020s. Well, except the number I'm not going to mention about when the whole yada yada shit was going on about. But still, as I said again before, I do want to make the fact and say at this point, beyond exactly at this point in this video, is that seriously, the whole thing entirely of every single SpongeBob episodes, day by day by day, still continues, man. It like literally still continues. Like, it is so interesting that the fact that I've always loved watching SpongeBob is just that it brings me so much nostalgic. It just brings me a lot of good facts a little bit by saying the fact I just love seeing every marathon that happens in every single cartoon that just gets so freaking based. Like, seriously, freaking based, dude. Like, freaking based. Like, man, seriously, like, my life just got a lot more better when I actually saw another freaking guide of a channel that I actually just witnessed was Nicktoons. And I was like, man, thank you, the brother of Christ. Like, thank you, brother of Christ. Which I was like, for once, I actually am pretty proud for that. And for once, I think it was pretty interesting. So, there you go. And also, what was even interesting, by the way, is that also I was watching regular show, the marathon. Like, oh my goodness, dude. Like, seriously, 2 marathons. 2. Like, 2. Like, two. Like, bro, I had to watch the marathons. Like, it was a rank of 2 and 2. Like, would you get that together? Seriously, a Nickelodeon of should I say Nicktoons? Not Nickelodeon, I meant to say Nicktoons and Cartoon Network. Bro, it just gets better every time. Like, seriously, it literally gets better every time when I say that part out loud by saying is like, bro, for real, seriously. I had to literally watch the regular show marathon when I was like literally watching that when I was pretty much waking up at almost 7 in the morning. Like, barely 7 in the morning, or even nearly 8 in the morning, which I usually get up at 8 as always exactly. But dude, I cannot believe, man, in my own witness of my time, that I freaking saw another marathon of the regular show. Like, oh my god, that brings me back. It just brings me all back. It just brings me back. Like, it just brings me back and back and back a lot more. Like, it just brings a lot to what I have to say. It's just that some things are always pretty well thought out. Most things are like well thought out exactly and well interesting. Like, the whole freaking marathon just gets good every time. It just really gets better. And I always loved the fact of every marathon gets perfect every single the second. Like, it just gets perfect by second and by many more. Like, it just really is. Like, it really is, for an example. Like, it really is, of course. So, anyway, all I want to let you guys know right now that I watched the entire SpongeBob marathon, when I was like in the hotel, and it was actually pretty much a 10 out of 10 from me. Like, it still was the same episodes. Trust me, it was still the same episodes. But when like a new one came out, oh my god, I literally had to watch that anyway in a second. I had to watch. Like, for real, man. Like, the whole thing was just nostalgic. It was so freaking well thought out nostalgic. So well done, and very well, approvingly well done. And also, I think I would have to say my reaction by saying is like, oh, imagine if Nicktoons had like a Patrick Show marathon. Like, sign me up, man. Sign me the F up, because I would so watch that entirely every day. Because I mean, as I said again before, that I have no hate to say I don't hate the Patrick Show for nothing, which, as I said again, never regret it, will never regret it, and always will keep it with me the whole time. So, as I said again before, it may still get better, but as I said again, the Patrick Show is still pretty bit better. So, anyways, as I can say right now, that I have to say the entire amount of the SpongeBob marathon was just freaking amazing, man. It was just freaking amazing. That's all I can tell you guys right now, that it was sincerely amazing. It was very, 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 very amazing when I was back in the hotel. But as I can tell you guys right now, that I have to still agree to say that would probably be agree versus disagree. Is that the only thing I would disagree about right now exactly is in the hotel of their rules exactly by saying is like, seriously? Like, here's another thing of me saying seriously. I'm going to say the word seriously. Me wearing a shirt? Come on, man. Just freaking come on. Like, seriously, I don't know why anybody would not actually think that's even an okay exception. I mean, sorry, it's a little hard word for me to say this word by saying is like, why can't people just literally have like a swimming suit while pretty much having a shirt off? Like, come on, people done that before many years. Like, seriously, what's not gonna kill anybody? Like, what is not literally gonna kill anybody at this point? Like, you can literally wear a freaking swimming suit with no shirt. Like, seriously, with no freaking shirt, dude. Like, just seriously, man. Come on. Like, no shirt. Like, seriously. That's the only thing I probably would disagree about is with that problem. Because that problem just makes zero complete shit of sense. Like, it makes zero sense. Like, seriously, I would probably be the man saying is like, he pretty much saying is like back in Portland, I had to pretty much take my shirt off. Like, I mean, what's so different here in Nevada? Like, it's so interesting that the fact that sometimes I'm not going to make a complete of a huge waste of disappointment of the time about me mention about like, oh, what was their pool rules about saying is like the hotel thing for an example. Hold on, let me just turn this on so that way it won't keep bothering me. Give me a minute. Alright, give me a sec. Sorry, I'm just trying to move things around so that way it won't keep bothering me. Anyway, what I was really mentioning about, by the way, what I was actually mentioning about was that, okay, so what is different that I'm going to make two differences. So the two differences I want to make right now a little bit between this idea by me mentioning the fact about this question, by the way, is like, what's the difference between wearing a swimming suit than with a swimming suit with a shirt? Okay, so in most questions that I'm not always going to be the one mentioning this about like the second or third time about talking about that anyway. So the only thing I think is a little different is I can probably describe and put out my point exactly for everybody to kind of know and figure a little bit by having this question. So here's the first option that I think was pretty much an easier way to go out this one. So the first option is wearing a swimming suit but with no shirt. Like, that option I really liked pretty better because, I mean, seriously, like, every man always has to pretty much come to put a swimming suit on or yet with no shirt. Like, it just gets better. Like, I mean, it literally does. Like, seriously, I mean, don't all bodies look pretty amazing? Yes. And most questions are very, like, most of the point is the answer is yes. It actually is, which, I mean, there's no problem about that. There literally isn't a problem with it. And, of course, that the second point, beyond the option 2, is that the second option is wearing a swimming suit, but with a shirt on. Like, okay, that second part is a little bit of a problem for me. I just don't kind of agree right now because I just really don't kind of agree. Because, I mean, for that reason alone, why I don't kind of agree with it is because, you know, I think the first option is just a lot better, you know? It's just literally a lot better because, I mean, what's the point of, like, ruining your shirt when you can literally just take it off? Like, I mean, take the shirt off. Like, bro, I mean, for me, this is just literally the point by saying is like, bro, this is literally America. Like, you can do whatever you want with that. I mean, shirt or no shirt, it doesn't literally matter to me. Because, I mean, at that answer at all, I'd say no shirt. Totally, again, with zero shirt. Seriously, it's just that, come on. Like, it's just barely ruining the purpose of not wearing an actual good swimming suit. Like, I know I said again before, I might be correct anyways again in this video, as I'm probably pointing this out obviously, to the point of 100% obvious that this is just literally America, man. This is just literally what the world freedom is. Because, I mean, Is it not? Like, is it really not that point at all anyways? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, sometimes at this point again, there's are going to be a lot of hotel rules sometimes about the pool stuff, which I mean, I don't simply kind of hate the rules. I'm just saying that the one Pacific hotel I probably would say was just kind of fine, but except they were mentioned about saying like, oh, you gotta wear a shirt on. I'm gonna say is like, what? Are you freaking serious? Like, are you literally freaking serious? Like, are you literally kidding me? So, that's pretty much my whole excuse of that point, and my whole excuse to the point by saying is like, yeah, at this point again, I probably still preferred with no shirt. I'd still kind of prefer it anyway. Like, sorry again for those who might actually say is like, oh, you gotta wear a shirt. I'm gonna say is like, no, that's not what the world is even about. I mean, most people can wear a shirt or not wear a shirt. It's just literally how everybody's freedom is, or whatever that anybody can do on their own lifetime. That's it. Like, it just has nothing to do about it. I mean, sure, it might ruin the good shirt, but I'm just saying is like, bro, I would still prefer me having no shirt on, by the way. I'd still prefer that. I would literally prefer that while wearing a swimming suit going into the pool. That's it. Like, seriously, I'm always a man that actually wouldn't be afraid to do it, because I mean, I've done it before millions of times. I've done that a million times. And people can say is like, wow, what an interesting dude. What an interesting dude that actually can do that. Like, seriously, there's gonna be like a bazillion people can do that. Like, bazillions. Like, you know, I'm referring to like people like me with no shirt off while wearing a swimming suit is exactly the point as I made. Like, it's exactly the freaking point I completely stated. Like, I know. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a hard time just to kind of explain this question, but my question still points out, and my question is still stand to the ground where it's not going to be undebatable by saying is like, oh, it's going to be like an unreverse magic presto. Like, yeah, at that point again, it's still going to stick. It's not going to unstick. As I said again before, once it sticks, it's going to stick the landing, and it's not going to stick falling down the trash can. So, that is probably my answer, and that is exactly what I would have to say already. Is I'd say definitely definitely a swimming suit with no shirt on. That's the point, and that's what I said. So, anyways, for now, everybody, it is time, as I said again. Let's just get back to the topic at hand here. So, anyway, back to the point of topic at hand about the SpongeBob stuff, as I was referring to, is about like, you know, like the full-on Nicktoons, exactly, that continues with more stuff. So, let me go ahead and continue that. So, the only thing I'm going to probably be making, and the only thing I could probably state the point here, by the way, is that the only thing I think that the entire series of the whole SpongeBob stuff was continue on Nicktoons was actually a pretty good choice. It was actually like a considering good choice. Now, in some decisions, as I said again before, how awesome was that? When I actually watched it in like literally the afternoon when I was in the hotel, I'd say it was actually a pretty common way. I'd say is like, yeah, for the first time ever, I actually am a loss of words. And I actually will say for this for the first time, I have never actually and ever seen a huge marathon of SpongeBob. Like a huge marathon. Like the everything else of the marathon was good. It was like literally good. It was like good. Like all of it was good. Like all the way at the top. It was very good. Entirely very good. Like, it was really good. So, anyway, that is pretty much my question for everybody, exactly. Like, that is pretty much simply my question, and I would say is like, yeah, that's a very good question, and it's a very awesome out of a question as well, too, exactly. So, as I said before, the entire amount of the marathon of SpongeBob was very, very amazing, dude. It was, like, very amazing. To the point, as I said anyway, it is just amazing, man. It was like so good. It was like very well thought out. It was just like very well thought out, very good, and very impressive too, exactly. So, anyways, as I can say right now, everybody, that I have to say, that it was a pretty good, well thought out idea. It was a pretty good thought out thing to say. That I think it was a very good marathon. Like, seriously, the marathon was amazing when it was SpongeBob and then now regular show. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, it just gets better and better. Like, it gets better every time, by every second of every marathon. Just gets better. And also, the main thing I didn't even say anything about was the lost tapes thing it was going on about. Like, I think it was like a one-on season 1 thing going on, which I really do hope that Cartoon Network does continue more stuff with that exactly nearly as today as I can say. Otherwise, I hope they still do continue more tapes exactly about that, which is a very positive question to this day. I've never even spoken about exactly for almost a long time, but yet I'll pretty much have to go on ahead and say it on my backup channel now, since of course, well, from my answers I said before that I hope to say otherwise, that at least it was a pretty thought out decision that I had to like kind of move it to my backup channel about that, which I did talk about regular show. For however the opinion was how the opinion was. Oh, good lord. Anyways, let me go ahead and continue with the rest as I said before. Otherwise, that, well, as I said anyways, well, it was pretty thought out. It was like the most thought out thing I had ever seen. It was a very good thought out decision I had ever heard from like Nicktoons in almost a long time. You know, they're actually known about like, you know, having they were having like the entire like, you know, non-stop SpongeBob stuff, which was just very amazing. Like non-stop. Like the entire SpongeBob marathon was a non-stop cartoon, and it was actually a pretty good channel, not gonna lie. It was like very interesting, man. It was like very well interesting. So, as I can say to the point otherwise, that yeah, it was very interesting. It was very interesting, and not gonna lie either, it was actually a pretty good, marathon, you know. It was like a very good marathon. So, anyways, I guess it's time to say right now that this is Blue Devin-Foxy Remastered speaking, and as I said before too, exactly, is if you guys enjoyed this video, remember as always is give this video a like, and comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified so that you guys again will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And if you guys actually do go to Nicktoons, by the way, yeah, I think you might have to find it on their channel, by the way, once you like watch the entire non-SpongeBob episodes. Like, all of them are non-stop. Like, every single one of it is non-stop. Like, it'll continue the whole time. It'll continue the whole time. Which means it's a good thing, by the way, just to kind of like refresh many people's memories about the entire likely of their jokes, or entirely about like their jokes and stuff, like pretty much like, oh, you know, jokes and yeah, just pretty much jokes and utter logic, and then of course the lore and stuff, which actually is a good thing. So, as I can tell you guys right now, is I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. And I hope to say otherwise that, yeah, I just want to come out and make this one video for everybody right now about how what I thought about the non-SpongeBob episodes, like non-stop SpongeBob episodes were like going. It was like so freaking well, good job. It was like a very good job. Like, you know, it continued all of its peak, by the way, from season 1 all the way to season 17 or 18 probably, since, Jesus, dude, it was just like a very good job that was so well thought out. It was like so well thought out, and it was like the best thought out thing I ever heard, and the best thing I ever seen. So it was like a very good job, and I approve it. I totally 100% approve the whole thing. Was phenomenal, and it was so well done. It was very thought out exactly, and a very special gift for everybody's hearts to like continue watching all of it, like every single one of it. So, as I can say anyways again, is I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of this video, and I'd say otherwise again that this is what was a one-time thing I wanted to discuss about, and just wanted to kind of discuss with everybody on the point. So if you guys enjoyed the video, remember as always is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. And also, I actually did give you guys another update too, by the way, that I actually am going to like make another YouTube short, but for everybody right now. So I actually did want to let you guys know on this next YouTube short I'm going to show you guys, by the way, what is going to be like my most interesting predictions for most likely for the Wii remotes. And of course, this will only be about Wii remotes and gamepads, not like the next level about like, oh, it's going to be like for the Xboxes, the PS4s and stuff, or whatever it's going to be. I just want to like show you guys something cool and show you guys something interesting, by the way. What is going to be like the next predictions for the Wii remotes and of course the gamepads. So as I actually do want to give you guys another interesting phenomenal update, by the way, for mostly how it's going to entirely likely work, as I will show you guys again about how all of that's going to work. Like the only reason what's going to work, by the way, is me having like a very interesting decision, by the way, is having like 10 remotes, Wii remotes next to the to the Wii U system, and there will probably be like 5 Wii remotes on the Wii system. So as I can tell you guys again that yes, it's going to probably be like an interesting outcome, but more likely a different, physiologically an interesting way to say yet forward exactly for an interesting prediction mark. So that's all I can tell you guys about. And yes, by the way, as I did point out the next point as well, that there might be 6 gamepads, by the way, just in case if like things go out pretty not good, which I'm talking about if things still stay to where they're staying, then yes, they're going to continue to be charged the whole time, which is going to be a good thing. So, as I can tell you guys right now about the good thing is that at least something is going to be happening pretty most likely mentioned to be notified, is that at least something good is going to come out to happen, by the way, even though it hasn't happened yet, but there might be a good way of explaining the fact that there might be something good that might actually be coming around pretty shortly and might be coming around very good logically. So, as I can tell you guys again, that there is going to be 6 gamepads, and I'm not going to add the next number that anybody else, for those who like for those who like dead memes exactly, or should I say dead brain rot memes. Oh hell no, get that crap out of here. Like, get that crap out of here. Like, seriously, this channel's not about brain rot. The channel's not about brain rot. Like, for example, my channel is literally basic. It is literally basic and cinema, not the fact about brain rots. Brain rots are not allowed. For those who might say is like, oh, why are you offensive to that? Well, I don't give a shit because I don't care. I literally said 100% I am not a fan of brain rot. I am not a fan of brain rot. That is cancer, and that is entirely the point of cancer. Like, it literally is the definition of cancer. Like, it kills your brain, and it just freaking kills you down, and it just shoots your damn brain out. Like, seriously, that's exactly why the brain rots are not allowed, because it really isn't allowed. Like, regular memes, we will accept that, but brain rot dead memes, those are not accepted, and those will be kicked out. Like, those will get kicked out, because for me, I'd say is like, get that shit out of here, and get that kick thing out of here. Like, seriously, kick it out of here, and get it out of here. So, that's all I can tell you guys right now. That, yes, what I'll say right now, that there will be 6 gamepads, as I said before again, that entirely likely that the other gamepad's going to get replaced at this point again anyways. It's going to get replaced exactly since, well, it's not doing entirely alright, but I say again before that at least there's going to be something to like replace it exactly at some point again, to retire it, and of course just to replace it exactly is at least going to be one thing. At least it's going to be like one thing to replace it. Like, seriously, at least it's going to be one thing to replace it. And at least about the Wii Remote things, exactly what that's going to go on about, exactly, of course, for what's going to really go on about, exactly, that there is going to be 5 Wii Remotes next to the Wii system, that is the red, exactly, and of course, the Wii U system, that will have 10 Wii Remotes, by the way, literally 10 at this point, that will be next to is the black Wii U system, exactly, of course. So, as I can tell you guys already, that at least the good news is going to be kind of interesting, and it's going to kind of be good news So as I can say anyways that, well, this might be the only next interesting thing to ever kind of forbid and see for almost likely for a good thing. So if you guys like this interesting fact and this interesting dialogue of the stories I'm talking about, that there is going to be something cooler, by the way, to see something happen, is having 5 Wii remotes. And of course, 10 Wii remotes. Like it's the bigger prize of 15. Not really, but it's only just for the example of the number what I'm referring to. So, anywho, without that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will in fact definitely get right off and going exactly and definitely sign out anyway. So let me go ahead and turn this off. And yeah, so that being said, I actually am going to wrap this video up, and it's time I wrap this up otherwise. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys very much for consider watching. And as I said already, I rate the non-stop SpongeBob episodes definitely a 10 out of 10 on Nicktoons. Definitely 10 out of 10. Exactly, which is a big number as I would rank it by saying it's like 10 out of 10. And of course about the Wii remotes, as I said, and gamepads. Those, as I said before, are definitely going to be coming pretty possibly at the time when they arrive. Exactly, which I'm not sure how I probably would say that exactly. Which, no, as I said before, I haven't ordered it yet. But I probably might actually show you guys only some screenshots and actually make some randomized ways of which Wii remotes are going to go to which exactly, since of course I know I might have to use the black screen exactly. Of course I might have to use that exactly a couple times, which, to be honest with you guys right now, it is going to kind of be like that. And I know, and the fact by saying is like, yeah, sometimes it's going to kind of be like that. And I know, again, physically by saying is like, yeah, at this point, again, it's going to kind of be like that. And I'll say again, sorry if it's just going to kind of be like that. But I think the answer is I might have to kind of read what the designs are about and what the designs really are on the skins of the Wii remotes. So that is pretty much my answer for everybody right now. That my only answer I can give for everybody right now is the fact I want to say is this. That yes, the Wii remotes, by the way, as I mentioned before, that there will be 5 Wii remotes again, as I repeat the answer. This one, as I said again repeatedly by saying this, there will be 5 Wii remotes next to the Wii, console, next to the to the Nintendo Switch. Exactly, will be next to the Nintendo Switch, and of course, as in for the Wii U system of the Wii U console, that there will be 10 Wii remotes next to the Wii U console, next to the 6 of the gamepads. Which, of course, the 6 gamepads, by the way, are going to kind of be on the floor a little bit, or maybe somewhere like, they don't get like crashed or anything or whatever. They might have to probably consider being on the floor a little bit. It actually does depend on, however, if the gamepads are tested, that actually will be tested by one. That will probably be on the same charger as the gamepad is exactly, that is just sitting there. So that is my only logic I can give you guys right now. The only good logic of the news, at least, that there's going to be something very exciting and worth exciting to have some good excitement about. So if you guys are ready for the excitement, then there's you guys' news and excitements, by the way, that there are going to be some interesting good reveals about the skins, which is going to be good, and it's going to be very well thought out exactly. And yes, even though it is going to be exactly to be a bit my decision to kind of know where the Wii remotes are going to actually go to, where they're going to get synced, by the way, once I open it, by the way, I'm going to sync it to which console I'll sync it to exactly, so that way it'll be hooked and connected to the other Wii remotes. That way it'll probably be a lot more very well thought out and very thought out interesting. So that is my only interesting fact, an interesting possibility I can give you guys right there. And exactly for the best part of the news is very well thought out and perfectly and well predicted. So as I can tell you guys right now, that those are going to be the one hell of the interesting times as I can give you guys right now. And also about with how the other prediction will probably be for the Xbox controllers or PS4 controllers or whatever. As I can tell you guys, another prediction, well, that, by the way, is going to be there for seen. It's going to be for seen, which means it's going to be a little bit of a longer time to kind of say it will be for seen. Like, like one person says a reference by saying is like, that remains to be seen. That is a reference as I want to say again to this video right now for everybody by saying it's like, that will be foreseen. Exactly. Of course. So if you guys kind of get the references I was making about right there, like saying is like, that will be foreseen, which means it's going to probably be a little longer for that to be in the next YouTube short for something like that. For the reskins of the Xbox controllers and reskins of the PS4 controllers, as I will say again, at least it's going to probably be one heck of an interesting number, exactly for an interesting fact that it's going to be probably interesting. So, anyways, that being said again, everybody, that being said alone, I will definitely go ahead and definitely sign right out otherwise. So, take care, everybody. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to say otherwise is remember, give this video a like and comment, and subscribe with the bell to be notified so way you don't miss a single video that sticks around or continues around. So yeah, I want to give you guys an interesting update for everybody. What's going to be the next upcoming YouTube shorts I want to make, for like, of course I'll have to like add the music up there for a couple times, which of course I'll have to do that exactly because why not? It's going to be about something predictable and something pretty well thought out a little bit and a little bit interesting. Like, the only things I did found the reskins by actually saying is like, oh, where did you found it? Where did you found this interesting thing you found? The answers I found it was Amazon because, obviously, Amazon has everything. Trust me, they have literally everything, which, as I said again, there'll probably be some good or some bad out of it, but as I said anyways, at least the reskins of like the skin remotes are a bit of a good prediction. At least it's a good option. At least they have like the most good options as I can say, and therefore the best options as I can say and predict are an amazing thing I can actually say. So the answer is that yes, it is on the Wii remotes, and as I can say again otherwise, that at least the good news is at least something is going to be coming out of it exactly for the good thing and good thought of the news. So if you guys enjoyed this interesting video and a bit of this interesting part of the topic of the conversation here, then I hope that you guys enjoy this video. And for those who who have exactly with like the skinned Wii remotes, by the way, or game pads. So I was only kind of mentioned about the Wii remotes or the game pads. I wasn't actually mentioned about like the controllers of Xbox or PS4. That topic, as I said, will probably be included for another video if I actually will have the time for that. If I have another topic going, that's when I can mention that too, exactly for that mention. But for now, exactly, it is time I'd say this. Otherwise, again, as I will get going for everybody now. So if you guys, in fact, love this video, remember to give this video a like and comment, subscribe to the bell, be notified. And remember again is about the skin remote colors. As I can say again, those, as I say again before, you guys can definitely check those out on Amazon, by the way, just to go ahead and order them on Amazon. But for me, by the way, as I said before, I've not really touched it yet, but for me, I might be thinking about that a little soon to kind of think about it and see how interesting the prediction of the Wii remotes will be tested through anyway, by saying it's like the 5 Wii remotes and the 10 Wii remotes are an interesting success. So hopefully once the success gets going, by the way, and the success thing continues, then at least something is going to be carrying on exactly for more awesome content, along with those Wii remotes that are going to be more likely a skinned version of the Wii remote colors, but more very realistic and badass looking. Seriously, it is going to exactly what's exactly going to be looking like. Like, that's what I got to tell you guys right there. That's what I got to let you guys know for that reason. At least something's going to be good coming out of this, and at least something interesting and marvelously interesting is coming out of any of it. So, as I can say otherwise, it is time I get going, and it is time to sign off anyways. So, if you're a new person to this channel, I recommend you consider subscribing. So, go ahead and subscribe. As I said again, if you're a new person on this channel, I recommend you consider subscribing. By any chance or by any choice, is consider subscribing. If you're a new person on this channel, then go ahead and subscribe. So, as I can say otherwise, go ahead and subscribe to my main channel. If you're a new person to do that, go ahead and do it. And if you like a new person that's subscribed to my other separate channels, that, by the way, my friends, would be amazing. And pretty much I want to let you guys know is please support my separate channels, because my separate channels deserve the love. As I'd say for everybody right now, is that for those who might say the word yes, by the way, that everybody says like yes in the comments, by the way, by subscribing, I actually do want to see you guys actually subscribing to my separate channels, you know, in a good way, in a very positive way, while watching my videos on my main channel, and of course into my separate channels where it's about plush related videos and stuff. That's all I just want to let you guys know about. And other projects that aren't actually plush videos as well. You know, some videos, as I said before, on most of the occasions are going to be like half of half. You know, there's going to be like good things of half and half. Like, you know, for one, there will probably be plush content on my separate channels. And of course, there'll pretty much be non-plush videos on my other contents on my other channels, exactly. Which is going to probably be half for half. Like, you know, if you guys actually continue subscribing my separate channels in a very matterly and a good way, then please go ahead and support and consider all you guys' supports out there, and please subscribe to those channels, so that way that those channels will continue to keep getting amazing and better. Exactly, once like things get better and better for like the best way possible, once like the slow progress isn't no longer slow progress anymore, it means it might come back magically, and it might come back for a good way and good possibilities that many things could probably be happening for a good cause and a many format of good causes. So, as I can tell you guys, for the best of part of those news is, by the way, is going to be something well thought out and very well interesting put out, exactly. So if you guys want to see all that happening, then go ahead and subscribe to those channels immediately on my channel page. So as I can tell you guys again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and please again, as always, is remember to like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified, so that way that we'll continue making a lot of good stuff out there and many more videos as to yet foreseen and for the outcome of many more. So thank you guys again for watching this, and I will see you guys later and next time. And hopefully, to say as many reasons as I can say, is please go ahead and watch Nicktoons, by the way. Go ahead and watch Nicktoons of Non-stop SpongeBob episodes. Go ahead and immediately watch all of that on TV. For those who might find it on the channel, go ahead and find the word saying Nicktoons. That way you might be able to find it and might be able to watch the entire day of watching the entire more likely, entirely all of it. And most likely in a very good way of morning, afternoon, night, or whatever. But you don't have to watch it entirely if anybody wants to or not. But that's totally fine by people's decisions. That's totally, again, natural. That is totally natural in many formats, and that's what I can probably give you guys that news about. So, anywho, hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys as always again next time. So, take care, folks. Have an awesome time, and of course, an amazing, and I mean an amazing day, and I will see you guys truly again for the next video. Signing right on out. Goodbye, everybody, and see you guys for the next video. Sign off and goodbye. Thank you, and sign out.